Welcome back to my show. I'm the Beard Adventurer.
And I'm Lunchbox. And this is Corona Questions.
Absolutely. Well, this episode is going to be one of the series of Corona Questions. Now, if you have...
You have questions, we have Corona.
That's the thing. So, there's going to be quite a few of these. And it's the questions that I heard as a bartender and as a beer nerd that I've heard. Does Corona Familiar and Corona Extra, is it the same beer? Look for that episode.
We'll find out.
Corona in a bottle, Corona in a can. Does it taste the same?
Who knows?
We're
We'll
gonna
find
find
out.
There's even some other ones. So, links in the description. Check them out. So,
Pound that like button.
exactly. You got Corona fans? Share.
That's right. Tag your Corona fans. Maybe type a little comment if your own experiences with Corona.
Okay, one of the things that also in these Corona questions, we're not going to use the lime because I want to know just what the beer tastes like.
And if you have to put fruit in your beer, you need a different beer.
Probably. Now, I've heard another rumor, that we cannot confirm nor deny, and that is, was Corona, did they put the, here, put it right there, so we'll know. We can see the color variation. Did they put the lime in the Corona for the taste? But I've heard from one of the guys that I used to run around with that was from Mexico, he said when he lived in Mexico, they only put the Corona in the lime in the top, keep bugs from going down in its beer.
You know, I've heard lots of things that have developed from that very need to cover your alcohol. The croutons. Croutons were originally a much bigger piece of toast that was just put over your glass of wine to keep the flies out of it.
Now, also, the umbrella on
the drinks?
Yes, that was, if you
Makes
notice,
perfect sense
that
now.
tulip glass, the umbrella fits right on the top.
Makes perfect sense. Keep the bugs out my drink.
Okay, well, let's get into this. Now, we all pretty much know what Corona's like. Smell that skunk?
It is on there.
Now, let's see in the can. It's not there.
Wow.
I've said it for years, but this is the first time I've ever actually drank them side by side.
Well, you know that I've heard that taste is has a lot. Your flavor has a lot to do with what you actually smell.
Oh, yes.
That's that plays a big part in that. So if you don't smell the same, you're not going to taste the same.
I don't think so.
So this is the
all right.
original.
Yep, that's Corona. It's sharp.
Crisp kick.
There's that funky Corona
Funky
aftertaste. Yep.
Yeah.
That's Corona. That's what you know. That's what you signed up for. That's what you get. In a can.
Oh wow. It's almost brighter,
Oh, it's
and
very...
there's no aftertaste to it.
None.
But that's what gets me is it actually being kind of brighter than regular, even Corona.
I've said for years that
Wow.
canned beer is better beer.
Sometimes it is. In this case, you're probably right.
It's much smoother. And that funky Corona aftertaste
Yeah,
is
that's
gone.
There's none of that. There's none of that. But it like I said, it tastes like the higher notes in it
Oh, yeah.
than in the traditional Corona.
I think that Corona Funk, which you'll hear people talk about that, the Corona Funk, kind of overpowers some of the nuances of Corona. And I don't think it does when it's canned. I mean, I think out of a can, it's a much better beer. It's a much cleaner beer. It's not...
It is very similar. The aftertaste is not there, but I think this is crisper. I think it probably has more carbonation in it. Well, you can tell that.
Yeah.
On mine, it looks like it still has a little more carbonation.
It does have a little more carbonation, I think.
So yeah, this one is it's a crisper, brighter beer. No skunk.
Yeah, I don't, you know.
Is it the clear bottle?
I honest to God think that it's the clear bottle, and it's the way. I mean, you guys have also got to understand that this beer has been made in Mexico, and it's been stored, and then it gets sent to Chicago. Well, I don't know if it gets sent to Chicago, but it's imported from Chicago. So, it gets brewed and it sits there, and then it goes somewhere else and it sits there, and then it goes somewhere else and it sits there, and then it goes to the grocery store and it sits there. And, that's the thing. You've got constant light access. You've got constant. I mean, Corona's kind of weird, but you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, it's a familiar beer. It's at every bar across America. If I've had 100 of them, and I don't even really drink that much beer. It's just it's always there. People are always handing them to me.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's a cookout beer. It's a
Beach beer,
it's a party beer.
definitely.
So it's around. Now the Corona in a can, from everything I've read, was made to literally go to those places that you can't carry glass to.
Most beaches you can't have glass on.
Right. So,
Lots of lakes and rivers. And
lakes,
stuff.
rivers, and I like cans more because,
Public swimming areas.
right, I like the cans because
They stay colder longer.
they actually cool quicker. They're easier to ship. They're easier to store. There's,
Break them.
yeah. Also, you can't lose pressure unless you lose the can.
Right.
And no light gets to it. Cans are pretty cool.
This one is.
Actually, as of when we're filming this, cans have been around for 84 years.
That's right.
Yeah, the
I
birthday
remember
of the
reading the other day.
can, 84 years. We get into it. Did you dig it? On both of them, yes.
Sure.
Would I have another? Yeah, on both of them.
Probably, yeah.
Would I buy more? I bought these. I'll buy other Corona. I mean, it's a safe bet going to a party. Your
I
friend-
might buy this one again.
Yeah,
I probably won't buy that one. I'll just drink it when people hand it to me.
I understand. So we go into our rating system, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Like I've said in some of the other Corona question videos, it's a 6 for me because it's a 5 beer, but I have so many amazing memories that have this right here.
It's a 5 for me for consistency alone.
Yeah, for what it is. I mean, for me, it gets that extra point because there's a lot of awesome memories of mine that are this picture in my head. It's what was going on, and there was a Corona in my hand. Now, that being said, the can is better.
I think so. I'm gonna give it another point. I'll make it a 6. It did something kind of cool. It still has a lot of the Corona recipe, I guess you could say,
Uh-huh.
but there's no skunk to it.
I mean, it looks very similar.
That's probably why I don't buy Corona to begin with, is because I don't like that. So yeah, I like this one a little bit better. I'll give it another point. It's a 6.
There we go. Which I give it a 6 because I don't have the memories of the can. But there you have it. So keep your eye out for our other Corona questions. And like we said before, like, comment, share.
Pound that like button.
Exactly.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your grandma if she drinks beer.
I'm drinking all this skunked beer, so you don't have to.
That's right.
But if you want to, by all
This is
means.
research. This is our research.
Yes. No, we're beer scientists.
Very scientific approach.
Exactly. No. Until your next scientific review. Cheers.